Task 22 asks us to go ahead and unmerge cells A97. So we'll find that, A97 to C97. And all you want to do is just select the range. You don't want to double click like I just did. Just select the cell once, and then you can click Merge and Center, and it will unmerge those cells. Task 23 asks us to go to the marketing budget plan. And what it wants us to do is to sort cells A78 through D85, and it wants us to sort column B, largest to smallest. So with that range selected, we'll click Data here. We'll click Sort here, and the data doesn't have headers, so what we want to do is just select column B, and we'll change this largest to smallest. We'll click OK.
Task 24 asks us to go ahead and put a formula in E51 on the marketing budget plan. So let's go ahead and put our cursor in E51, and it's a count if. So we'll go ahead and with our cursor in that cell, we'll click the insert function button, and this is a count if, so we'll type in count if, click go, and we'll click OK. Our range is going to be D43 to D51, and our criteria is it's looking for anything greater than 0. We'll click OK.
Task 25 wants us to go ahead and create a custom view. So let's go to the View tab here at the top, and what we want to do is we want to display in the page layout. So we'll select that. Then it wants us to zoom to 125%. So we'll do that. We'll click OK. And then from here, what we want to do is click Custom Views. We'll click Add. It'll be Layout, 125. We'll click OK. Task 26 wants us to go ahead and change our page size to A4, but we want to be on the marketing budget plan first. After there, we'll click Page Layout. We'll click in the Page Setup group, click Size, and we'll select A4.
Task 27 asks us to go ahead and insert some spark lines on the marketing budget plan. And so the first cell we want to be in is going to be E10. We'll go to the Insert tab here at the top, and it's a column spark line, so we'll go ahead and select that. And our range is going to be D5 to D8. Click OK. The next place we want to put our cursor is in E18. Go back to the Insert tab here at the top, column. Our range this time is going to be D13 to D16. Click OK. And then our final cell is the E25. Insert column spark line, and our range this time is going to be D21 to D23.
Task 28 wants us to go ahead and create a sum formula on the marketing budget plan. The first place we want to be is in D10, so we'll scroll up. So put in D10, and there are a few ways you can do this, but we'll do the sum first of these cells. We just manually key in this one. On the next one, D18, we could do the insert function, sum. OK. Select that range. Click OK. And D25 is our last place. We'll just manually key it in again. Make sure you hit enter on that last one. Task 29 wants us to go ahead and filter a range by its color. So what we want to do is begin by going to A2 to D95. We'll select that entire range. From here we want to click Data at the top, and what we want to do in the sort and filter is click Filter. And notice it went ahead and put that filter there for us. What we want to do from here is on the Categories drop down, click that, click Filter by Color, and we'll select Black. Task 30 asks us to go ahead and go to our profit and loss summary. And what it wants us to do is modify our logo here to have a height of 1. So with that selected, we can click Format here at the top, and we'll key in 1, hit enter.
Task 31 wants us to go ahead and copy the format on the income worksheet. And what it wants is us to copy G4 to H4 and just copy the format. Now, the format painter button is right here. If you click it twice, it will continue to copy the formatting. If you only select it once, you'll have to go back to your original range, hit that button each time. So make sure you double click there, and then what you want to do is select B5, and it'll take care of both B5 and C5. And notice my cursor still has the painter button. And then B12, B19, B26. Make sure you hit escape to remove the format painter.
Task 32 asks us to go ahead and change the format on our income sheet from B4 to H34. So we'll go ahead and select that range. And what it wants us to do is just change the number format here on the Home tab to currency. Task 33 wants us to go to the profit and loss summary. And in cell D5, all we need to do is put our cursor there, select our key in the equal sign. And then what we want to do is go to the income section here and select H31. And make sure you select enter. And it places that number there. Task 34 wants us to be on the expenses worksheet. But what we want to do is change the column B. So I'll go ahead and select that. Column B to have a font size of 8. So with B selected, I'll key in 8 up here at the top. And we'll hit enter. Task 35 asks us to go ahead and go to the profit and loss summary. And in C5, it wants us to name that cell. Name the cell, just select it. And here in the name box, we'll go ahead and type estimated income. Make sure you capitalize the E and the I. And in C6, we'll select that cell, and we'll go ahead and name that as well. EST expenses. We'll hit enter to set that cell. And then it wants us to go to cell B9. And it wants us to do this. Equals estimated income. And subtract estimated expenses. It just wants us to use those two named ranges that we used. Task 36 wants us to go to B21. And it wants us to type in the word graphics here. Make sure you capitalize the G. And then it wants us to go to B34 and just type in food, capital F. Make sure you hit enter after you type. Task 37 wants us to go to the profit and loss summary worksheet. And in D8, it wants us to go ahead and put an if function. So we'll go ahead and type hit the insert function. We'll type in if here. We'll click OK. And what it wants us to do is to look for the sum of C9 to D9. And look to see, is that greater than 22,500? If it is, it wants us to put close, capital C, and if not, not close. Now, a benefit of using the function builder here is notice when I hit tab, it goes ahead and puts the quotations. If the word in quotations, had I tried to hand key this in, I would have had to remember to hand key those quotation marks in. Click OK. Task 38 wants us to go to the income tab here at the top. It wants us to go to G34, and it just wants us to copy the formula to the next cell over. So notice my cursor is a black cross. With that, I can click and drag over. Task 39 wants us to go ahead and go to F2. And what it wants us to do is create a hyperlink that creates a new document called Tomocon Budget. And we'll edit that document later according to the instructions. So we'll go ahead and select that cell. We want to click Insert here at the top. We'll hyperlink. We'll go ahead and click Create New Document. The name of the new document will be Tomocon Budget. And you want to make sure when to edit later. We'll click OK. Task 40 asks us to go ahead and go to the expenses worksheet. And what we're going to do is do an average. Now, for this one, we're going to go ahead and use the function builder. Just because there's a lot of cells that this takes into account, we'll go ahead and click OK. And our first range of numbers, and we're just selecting the actual here. It tells us make sure not to hit the totals on this. And notice it filled in that range. We'll hit Tab to start our new one. Tab, and we're just going to go through this entire thing. When you're done, click OK. Task 41 asks us to go ahead and go to the profit and loss summary. And what it wants us to do is to change this chart. So we're going to go to the Design tab here at the top. We're going to click Select Data. And what we want to do is just change the chart range. So we'll go ahead and select that. And what we want to do is just select B4 to D6. Once you do that, click this drop down here and click OK.